Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome to my newest weekend project. Welcome to the remake of Panel de Pon once again. We already had Tetris Attack, but now on the Nintendo 64 it got re-released again, the famous Tetris-like puzzle game based on Panel de Pon, this time under the name of Pokémon Puzzle League, the next Pokémon spin-off game I'm going to cover in this game. And not just any Pokémon spin-off game, because as you can see, it is clearly based on the Pokémon anime. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the anime, I can already give that away right away. But that's actually where this game is based on. Still a Gen 1 title officially. However, not per se a Pokémon game in every sense of the word, because demo here kind of shows it off already. This is a puzzle game based on Panel de Pon, just like Tetris Attack. A game that I've already covered on my channel. And therefore you might say this is sort of a sequel to that game, although it's technically more a remake. That's usually how I always look at this game. There's definitely more possibilities than the SNES version of this game, if we can call Tetris Attack the SNES version of this game. It expands the formula of Panel de Pon even more, giving us more ways to play, more modes to cover, and even new ways to actually puzzle with this setup. All things we're going to be discovering here in Pokémon Puzzle League on the Nintendo 64 by Intelligent Systems. Of course, same developer. It's their puzzle game after all. Let's go to the story of this game.
Hi, Professor O.
Hello, Ash. I have an important message for you. They are starting an official Puzzle League tournament, and you are selected as one of the challengers.
I'll go sign up.
I'm so proud of you, Ash. Being selected for this event is such an honor. Well, there's no time to explain everything. You must hurry.
Well, let's go.
Wait! Don't forget to come and see me in my office in Puzzle League Village!
Yeah.
Did you hear me, Ash?
Eager to prove themselves in this new type of Pokemon battle, Ash and Pikachu race to Pokemon Puzzle League Village.
There it is, Pikachu. Are you ready for another new challenge? Pikachu!
Yeah, I must say I don't really like Ash Ketchum. He's a very bad character. Luckily he's going to disappear from the anime. Finally. But anyway, we have the main menu, the Puzzle Village, where all of our puzzling adventures are going to take place. There's plenty of modes to go through, and throughout the next couple of weeks, where I will be covering this project, every single one of them will come by. This first weekend I'm going to cover all of the tutorial modes first, and all of the option modes, these three on the right. Pokémon Center being the options mode of this game. Here we can actually adjust a couple of options and look at records and stuff like that. Let's go over those quickly before we get started with this game. The records we can use in order to check out our progress. However, we have not started this game yet, so we don't have any. The character profiles can also be found in here. A lot of characters from the first series of the Pokémon anime are actually present as playable characters in this game, including Ash, Brock, Misty, Team Rocket, and a lot of the gym leaders and stuff like that. Even a couple of unlockable characters, as you can see. So, playing around with your favorite characters from the anime, you can do that right here. While puzzling, all of the characters will also use a set of Pokémon that you can use on the background. You can also find them here and even get some voice clips for all of them.
Let's do it! I'm ready to go! I'm Ash from Pallet Town.
We can get some voice clips. And it also applies to the Pokémon, of course. All characters actually come with 3 different types of Pokémon that you can actually input whenever doing the battling in this game. Gary comes with these 3, for instance. Ash's rifle, clearly based on the rifle from the original Pokémon games, but actually named him Gary in the anime. And all of the gym leaders from the first generation, based on their anime counterparts, are also present in this game, including Tracy from the second season. Next up we have the game options. We can actually select which type of blocks we want. The new Pokémon Puzzle League type blocks are on by default. However, we can also return to the basic Panel de Pon blocks, as you can see. They're also still present in this game, and you can select them if you prefer those a little bit more. You're welcome to do so. These are the only types of block available here. But as you can see, they also redesigned for a new set of blocks. The other options are all versus mode options. Whenever playing versus mode, we can actually decide how many matches you need to play before a winner gets declared. Whenever playing against a computer player, we can also decide which level that computer player is on. ranging from very bad to almost undefeatable, which is number 10. All stuff like that. Not the most important options. For one player mode we won't be using them anyway. And last we have the sound options, where we can select which type of sound we want, mono, stereo. There's also a mute option in this game where we can shut all of the sounds off, or just the music, or just the sound effects. If you like to enjoy the music or just enjoy the gameplay, you can actually play around with those. There's also a sound test in this game. Sound effects. All of the Pokemon voice clips and all of the character voice clips. And of course all of the sounds in the game. However, the music is also something we can listen to, just freely. All of the background music, including all of the characters' own music in this game. All based on anime music, by the way, so it should sound familiar if you're familiar with that. All things you can listen to in the sound options. So with that quickly taken care of, not something I always enjoy covering, but also needs to happen. Now it's finally time to learn how to play this game. Professor Oak's Labs is actually the how to play of this game. Here we can learn how to control this game, and we can learn how the puzzling works in this game. If you're familiar with Panel de Pon, this all should look familiar because it works perfectly the same, with the exception of this final one, 3D rules. This is actually something that got added newly in this game, a new type of Panel de Pon. Yeah, I did say the game got expanded a lot, and this is one of the examples of that. But the basic controls, of course, also change. We are no longer holding an SNES controller. This is an N64 game. Even though I'm playing it on Switch, but still. All of the moves we know from Panel de Pon or Tetris Attack, the first release of this game, are pretty much still here, just translated to a Nintendo 64 controller. The most important ones obviously being the moving around of the cursor, which we can do with our D-pad, and switching the blocks, which we do with the A button. That's pretty much how we play this game. However, we also need to learn how it works. If you're not familiar with Tetris Attack, then please come along with this ride. Pleasure to meet you! Welcome to my lab. I am Professor Oak. Allow me to teach you the basics of Pokémon Puzzle League. Let's begin! First, the cursor moves around the playing field by using the control pad. Yeah, easy. Blocks are switched by pushing either the A button or the B button. I always use the A button. That's all there is to it when switching blocks. Simple, eh? Yeah, you can clearly see we have a double cursor and we can switch around blocks. Switching a block with an empty space can cause higher blocks to drop. Ooh, gravity is also a thing. Blocks are cleared by putting 3 of the same color, either horizontally or vertically. Yeah. Watch as I continue clearing blocks from the playfield. Okay, here I go. 3 in a row, so they disappear. There's another one. Oh, the green one. Yeah, saw that too. That's how it works. The playfield is nearly clear. Yeah, and now it is. The entire stack can actually be raised by pushing either the L button or the R button. Don't raise it too high. Once the blocks reach the ceiling, yeah, the game is over. Now that you know the basics, we can actually learn more advanced techniques, combos and chains. Ooh, also returned from Tetris Attack. Because of their difficulty, combos and chains will actually score you higher points. To score a combo, clear more than 3 blocks at once. Let's give it a try. Here we have 4-block combo. These red ones can actually make a 5-block combo. 2 3 blocks at the same time will actually give you a 6 combo. And expand it even more for a fantastic 10-block combo. Awesome. Next I will make a chain. A chain is actually created when you clear multiple groups of 3 or more blocks. One group right after the other. Observe. This is an example of a 2 chain. Yeah, Familiar territory for me. And now a difficult 3 chain. You will gain a great deal of points, creating long chains like this. Well, I think that is enough teaching for today. Hey, I don't think so. Next time I will teach you more gameplay techniques. Farewell for now. And with next time he actually means right now. Basic rules number 2 actually continues this trend and makes it even more complicated. Let's see how we can actually expand our gameplay. Welcome to my lab. Are you ready to learn some more gameplay techniques? Yeah. Good. These techniques are tricky, so watch carefully. In order to make a chain, you have to think ahead. Watch carefully. If this block is actually moved, it will make a chain when the other blocks drop. Move quickly. When the blocks dropped, a 2 chain was actually formed. Let's try that again. First, arrange the blocks to prepare for a chain. When this block is actually moved into place, a 2 chain is formed. Same deal here. Next we move this block over here, and you will see we get a 3 chain. Continuing to arrange the blocks in this manner results in longer and longer chains. This type of chain is actually known as a scale chain, directly from Panel de Pon. These techniques are key to learn if you wish to become a puzzle master. The more you practice, the better you will become. Ah, yes, one more thing about chains. Note that the sound effects change as the length of the chain increases. If you complete a fantastic chain, you will actually hear a triumphant fanfare. This means you did an outstanding job. Ooh, really awesome. Times 7, times 8, times 9. And listen. That's your reward for being awesome. Finally, I want to teach you about the stop mechanic. Throughout the game, the stack will rise and more blocks will come, forcing you to work quickly. By making combos and chains, you can actually stop the blocks from coming and buy more time. Watch the playfield for a demonstration. Notice that the stack does not rise while you make combos and chains.
Way to go!
Yeah, they'll stop for a while. However, the pulsing blocks will tell you that the stack is dangerously close to the top. Make more combos and chains to do stops. A Jigglypuff will appear, which proves that you have made a successful stop. You will also hear the Jigglypuff sing.
Way to go! Way to go!
Whenever the stack is really high up, apparently you can do a super stop, stopping it for even longer, and therefore giving you more time to actually get back to safety. That's how that works. Fantastic work! It looks like this lesson has come to an end. You now know more about the advanced techniques needed to become a puzzle master. Next time we meet, I will teach you about the versus mode. Farewell for now, good luck. Yeah, now that we know the basics about how this puzzling game works, let's actually implement that in multiplayer. Welcome back to my lab. Now, I will teach you about competing against another player. In versus mode, the goal is to keep your blocks from reaching the top before your opponents do. Yeah. However, there is more to it than simply outlasting your competitor. You can also attack your opponent and add to their stack. While you clear blocks, you attack your opponent with garbage blocks.
Way to go!
Like this. You see? These garbage blocks can be very nasty. If you create combos and chains, the garbage blocks you send get larger.
Way to go!
Observe a 4-block combo attack, a 5-block combo attack, a 6-block combo attack. Yeah, it's obvious, the bigger the combo, the bigger the blocks. A 10-block combo attack. Very nasty attack indeed. Remember, the more blocks that you clear, the better your attack will be. Next, watch what happens when you attack with chains. Observe, a 2-chain attack. Yeah, chains will also become an attack, but a little bit of a different one. This will fill an entire row. But whenever we upgrade it to a 3-chain attack, it will still fill out the entire row. 2 rows thick. A 4-chain attack will obviously expand it even more. Times 2, times 3. 3 rows thick. Nasty attacks, definitely. As you can see, the longer the chain you build, the larger the garbage blocks will be. What's that, you ask? How does one get rid of garbage blocks? We'll save that lesson for next time. Farewell until then. So, let's go in there immediately. We need to know how to survive as well, whenever we get attacked. Now, let's learn how to get rid of garbage blocks. Shall we? Look out! An attack has come from an opponent. In order to remove this garbage block, get ready to clear some blocks from your stack. Just make sure the blocks that you are clearing are attached to the garbage blocks. That's going to be the key. You see,
I'm gonna win.
The garbage blocks will transform into normal blocks, which you can then clear normally. Oh no, another attack. Although these garbage blocks appear different. Removing them is done the same way. When you clear blocks attached to several layers of garbage blocks,
I'm gonna win.
all adjacent garbage blocks of the same color will transform together. Yeah. However, if one of the layers is a different color, it will not transform with the other layers. In this instance, you will have to transform the garbage blocks one layer at a time.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, also pretty clear. Having different types of garbage blocks will make the clearing of it harder. An attack made by a chain is a different matter. These are much larger layers. In this case, only the bottom of the garbage block transforms. You will have to work hard to reduce the size of the garbage block until it is gone. Yeah, you can only destroy these one layer at a time. The entire thing will actually get affected, but only the bottom layer will transform into regular blocks. Interesting to know. A very nasty attack indeed. This one might take a while to get rid of. But we can cheat in the meantime. Take a look at where the blocks will fall. And immediately make sure we get an expansion of our chain. This way, actually creating our opponent's attack into an attack of ourselves. There we go. Now you have the knowledge to deal with garbage blocks. There is one lesson remaining, the 3D game. Next time we meet, I will explain this new type of puzzle dimension. Farewell. It's also going to be the last thing we're going to cover today, because time is running out. Let's learn about the new type of puzzling in this new version of Panel de Pon. 3D puzzling is now a thing. Greetings! There is one final aspect of the game I want to teach you. Now we can actually add a third dimension to truly challenge you. This 3D mode features a playfield in the form of a cylinder. The stacked blocks move along the cylinder's outer surface. Observe when blocks are moved to the right and now to the left. Interesting. Notice how the blocks circle the cylinder. The blocks move up and down in the same manner as before. You simply move the cursor with the control pad and switch the blocks with the A button or the B button as before. The same rules of play apply in both 2D and 3D. Only now the playfield wraps around. And that is tricky. Observe the game in action. You see, it is just like before, only now we have added... Oh, no! Watch out! Also mind the back! You now have to actually remember the blocks at the back of the cylinder. If any blocks reach the top of the screen, the game is over. As before, be sure not to let the stack become too high. Now there are a lot more blocks to think about. However, a true puzzle master will use this to their advantage. More blocks means more combos and more chains to create. A 3D playfield is available in versus mode as well. Excellent, we have reached the end of my final lesson. Remember, if you need to review these words of wisdom, simply select how to play from the select menu. Best of luck to you and farewell. And with that, we actually conclude the first episode of Pokémon Puzzle League, the How to Play episode. We got introduced to the story. Ash Ketchum is actually on his way to become a puzzle master here in Puzzle Village. But first, we needed to learn how this game works. And now we know. Next time, there's one more thing tutorial related I need to cover. But then, we can actually start playing. Next time, we're gonna enter the Mimic Mansion. See you folks then. And Treecks out.